Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and we are sitting today to a game from a developer we already know a little bit. That's right, Team ANPIM, another game of theirs. My dream is to be a model, not a maid. To be honest, I feel like at least anime-wise, maids are more interesting than models. To be honest, real life models are not interesting at all as well. Now that I attacked some people, let's begin the game. The door to the cafe swings shut behind me and the bright sun blinds my eyes. I bet we are a female character so this is narration, sort of inner voice, it will be my voice. I take a sip of my lukewarm cup of coffee and walk towards the station to get to my interview. My cup is still 3/4 filled, as I was too busy admiring the hot worker working at the shop to even consume my drink while I was there. Which means that a coffee worker is also better than a model. I recall her long brown hair swept to one side and her black uniform. How dreamy.
Ha! Now she was quite a sight. When was the last time I've seen someone that hot in real life? No, not just hot. Handsome. How can a girl be so handsome? I wouldn't mind giving her my number. Maybe I will.
I giggled to myself like a high school girl wanting to give a letter of confession. But that will have to wait till the next time I come around. I have more pressing matters to worry about today. The interview for the modeling gig isn't until 10 AM, and I'm more than prepared for it. That's right. This is my dream I'm chasing. I already sacrificed so much for it, I literally can't not be prepared for these interviews. Now, only if an agency would finally accept me. I can't even remember how many interviews I've been to in the past month or two. So many interviews, yet they're all the same. I hand over my portfolio, get asked a bunch of questions, answer, post some and walk some, and then I leave. At this rate, I practically know the ins and outs of at least 15 agencies out there from all the intense research I've done. Yet I still haven't gotten a call from any of them. Have you thought that maybe look too good for an agency? Let's face it. You do look too good. It's funny how all the models are like, right now at least, like overly skinny or overweight. And there is no actual good looking models. And I'm speaking of like advertisements and so on that I see basically sometimes. It's kind of funny. But yeah, she's too good. That's the answer. However, a gut feeling is telling me that this is gonna be the interview. The one that's gonna follow through. I just know it! I open the notes up on my phone and jot down the memo on my long to-do list. But I have less time than I initially thought. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, should I say, oh girl.
Oh shoot!
My legs pick up their pace in fear of being late to the interview and creating a bad image for myself. I swear I still had at least an hour. Calm down, Akane. If you walk fast enough, you will still make it on time. Or if you get rid of the coffee in your hand, you can even run. But that'd be such a waste. I blame the cute barista for making me overstay the cafe. For how can you blame a face like hers? I chuckle again and decide to speedwalk to the nearest station. In no time, the bustling station is finally in sight, and I start walking even faster in fear of missing my train. If I miss this coming train, I'm bound to be late. Although it's past rush hour, there are surprisingly still a hefty amount of people walking in and out of the station. I tuck my portfolio under my arms to search for my Wait, do you have a portfolio? I mean, I guess she probably has some photos. I tuck my portfolio under my arms to search for my transit pass, all the while rehearsing answers to potential questions. Supposedly it makes sense.
Oh, where is it? I swear to put it back in here when I used it earlier.
After some failed attempts of blindly filling my bag, I use my eyes to roam around the inside some more and eventually spot a slim piece of plastic.
Aha! There you...
As if it was enough that I was rerunning late, cruel fate decided to add something extra on top of my worries.
Ah! Sorry,
I usually would continue on my way, given that I'm in such a rush, but the huge brown stain dripping from the other girl's shirt makes me freeze in place and drop my jaw all the way to the floor. In my mind, I've already connected the dots as to what happened, but my eyes wandered to my now empty right hand that was holding my coffee and then to her clothing to double check. Yikes! Just how did I manage to poof? I bet she's from that agency, by the way. Just how did I manage to put it all over her? That's simply not possible. But the sight in front of me says otherwise. Yikes. Yeah. That's a lot of coffee. And none of it landed on you. That's an achievement. From her cardigan to her shirt, down her skirt, and even her heels, what used to be a clean set of outfit is now drenched in an unappealing brown liquid. Yes, coffee is pretty unappealing to me too. Yeah, I mean, I never got into coffee. I don't think I ever will. My gaze travels to her eyes, and I wish they hadn't. Her face is furiously red with anger, looking like she wants to strangle me on the spot.
Ew. Do you know just how much these clothes cost? They're my favorite clothes too!
She menacingly takes a step towards me and I flinch with my fight or flight instincts to kick in. She continues yelling at me about how I ruined her outfit, but despite how loud she's yelling, her words aren't registering in my brain because I know I'm in big trouble. Another storm comes my way and I gulp. I can't just keep standing here, I'll die! That means there is only one thing left to do. Which is... run! I sprint past her like my life depended on it. Which isn't an exaggeration. I can hear her furious footsteps right behind my heels, and even the station gates can't separate her from me as she follows me through the electronic gates. Where are the station patrols to catch people who aren't paying when you need them? Every time I turn my head around, I'm wet with her stained clothing and murderous aura. And also just how is she running in heels? Wait, are you not wearing heels? I practically fly up the flight of stairs to my designated platform, hoping it will slow her down, and luckily it creates a red big enough for me to calm down a bit. But I can't relax just yet. Up ahead is my train, and if this goal doesn't get rid of her, I don't know what will. With all my remaining stamina, I race into the train car just as the doors are closing and finally keys the wild goose chase for the glass windows of the train. Through the glass windows of the train, I can still see her gaze piercing right through me. And for some reason I can still sense her murderous intent even though there is a surefire barrier between us. Our eyes lock onto each other until the train starts to move and I leave her alone with clenched fists in the far distance. I feel like this is not the last we've seen of her. I'm still catching my breath as people eye me weirdly like I'm a runaway fugitive. I stumble down into a seat and manage to properly catch my breath. What just happened? I almost got killed, that's what. Sadly, typical day in like France, Denmark, Sweden, I guess maybe even England. And what she just said is not actually over-exaggerating it in those countries. Dude, you know what? Not gonna lie. I feel like... I mean, I in general think that living in Poland sucks, but at least we are kind of safe, right? Anyway, let's not get all political. For no doubt, I'd be just as mad if someone else were to spill coffee on me like that, especially if it were my favorite clothes. Now that I think about it, I have a very similar shirt. My head intuitively turns and looks out the window as if I'm expecting that woman to still be chasing me. I sigh a breath of relief. If it weren't for the loss of the train card, I'd truly be in more trouble than just being late to my interview. What could possibly go wrong next? Oh, just you wait. If I could just have one thing that goes right today, I just want my interview to be successful and finally get hired as a full-fledged model. That's all I ask for. I check my phone again to see how much time I have left before I really have to panic. 9:40 AM. At least, time is still somewhat on my side. Whoa. Now that I don't have my coffee in my hand anymore, I can probably make a run for the agency's building and still make it on time. And with all that running just now, I've definitely shaved some time off. I mean, technically, if she didn't run, she would not make it to the train, probably. And maybe it was kind of lucky that I bumped into the girl. Or was it? Not only did it make me run and save time, all the coffee somehow spilled onto her and I don't even have a drop on me. I take a look at my clothes to double and triple check if any did land on me. Nope. Incredible! Thank you, random stranger I spilled coffee on. My body loosens up after realizing how fortunate I am despite ruining someone else's day. Now, where was I with the practice questions?
Thank you, Tanaka-san, for coming in today. We'll contact you after we have made our decision.
I stand up from my chair and give a 90-degree bow. Thank you for allowing me to partake in the interview. I'll be taking my leave now. I step out into the bright sunshine once again after a 30-minute interview session with these three super intimidating interviewers. I've been to a fair share of interviews, but the others usually make you feel relaxed and comfortable. Okay, that's a trick they do. While these guys straight up just had poker faces on, I couldn't read their faces at all. All I know is that the vibe wasn't right and that it just feels like I'm not going to make it. Again. I walk towards a nearby bench and sprawl my arms out as if I just finished a marathon. The bench I rest on is warm from the sun's heat and its light blinds me as I stare into the sky contemplating my life. As I expected, the interview is just like every other one that I've attended. We'll contact you when we'll make a decision. If there is anything I've learned from the past interviews, it's that it usually means rejection. Yes. She's correct about that, to be fair. Most likely that's the thing. Funnily enough, I feel like it's even more likely if they tell you they will give you an answer at a specific date. Like, it's Monday, we'll give you an answer by the end of the week. And by the end of the week, you don't receive any phone call, you don't receive any email, nothing. Basically, company stopped existing. It's kinda hilarious, but also sad. There is still a chance they might, but I don't have high hopes. I can't help but sigh in disbelief. Why do I keep getting rejected? I'm hot. I'm cute. I'm pretty. What more could they ask for? I'm the perfect candidate. I mean, technically she's all that. I said this. I mean, she's better than whatever we see on billboards. I've only done... I mean, maybe it's karma for... I mean, who knows how many other peoples before she decided to... I mean, not really decided to, but she, you know, managed to splash all the coffee onto and then run away. Maybe that's the karma. Maybe it happened before, a few times. That's why. Who knows? I've only done some side modeling for friends and small companies, and I may not be super experienced, but I'm determined to climb my way to the top. Wait, you are straight up trying to get to the top or something? Are you applying for the top companies? Is my understanding here correct? I think it is. And you still have connections via friends or whatever, and you have the small companies which can still give you the said job. Wouldn't it be better to... I mean, maybe it's just me. I mean, I don't know modeling world, except that it's kind of shady from my, you know, hearing. But wouldn't it be better to go after those small companies? I think it would be. Whatever. I'm not her agent or anything. Even if I did, you know, become an agent for idols, if you remember. Anyway, my grip on my portfolio tightens in vain. I'm getting older by the day, and as much as I want to keep chasing my dream, I feel like it's only a matter of time before I have to let it go. One more time. No, a few more times. I'll give up after a few more times, maybe even if I don't want to. But I don't have just my dream to worry about. I gotta worry about finding a new job. If I don't land a stable modeling job to even scrape by, I better start looking for another part-time job, and this time I won't argue with a customer again, even if they're rude as hell. Alright, sounds like restaurants or retail basically. People working there should be allowed to be rude to rude customers by law. And not only that, landlord is randomly kicking me out and I have to find a new place in 2 weeks. Oh, that sucks. Who does that? Landlord. I dropped my head to my knees and buried my arms.
It's like running away from home all over again.
Did you do that, Akane? I personally never done it.
This sucks.
Leaving my parents right after graduating high school and coming to the big city was the best and also worst decision in my life. It's tough as hell, but oh, the freedom and autonomy is amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way now that I've gotten a taste of it. Even if my naivety got the best of me, I still managed to find a decent place and a decently paid part-time job and survived to today. So what's stopping me now? Nothing. I sit straight up and breathe in deeply from my rediscovered courage. If I manage to find a place and job during that period of time, alone not less, I can do it now again. I'm Tanaka Akane, and no one can stop me.
Yeah!
I shoot up from the bench with a fist in the air without getting the word as to who's looking at me being a weirdo.
I got this! Once I get home, I'm going to make lunch, and then I'll continue looking for places. and then I will look for job listings. All the while, I'll continue waiting to hear back from the agencies, and maybe even possibly look for more to apply to. Yeah!
As long as I have a game plan, I'll be set. I got all the time in the world, and I shouldn't waste it sitting here moping about it. And I think you have 2 weeks, just... I grab my portfolio and bag from the bench and pump my fist into the air again.
Alright, let's do this!
With my newly charged resolve, I spin my heels to trek back home, but instead meet a man in a tailored suit approaching me with a gleaming smile.
Excuse me, hi, I'm a scouter for Shine Agency, and we're looking for models for an upcoming magazine issue, and you seem to be a perfect fit for the role. When I first saw you, I knew you were the right one, and I know we just have to have you.
He's shady. I eye the man up and down, even though he looks legit. There's a huge chance that these are those scammers that walk around scouting women to trick them into some sort of messed up stuff. I'm not about to get myself into even more trouble, no matter how desperate I am for a modeling job.
Here's my business card. If you're interested, please contact us as soon as possible. Feel free to do some background research on us if you're doubtful. I can assure you we are a reputable and legitimate company, always doing our best and accommodating our talents with an above-average pay.
He offers the business card with both hands towards me and gives me yet another beaming smile. I guess he could be legit. He's got a business card after all. Yeah, like, that's a tough thing to, have. And he's not telling me to pay for anything. Oh yeah, that's okay. If you had to pay, that's shady as hell. Now that I think about it, there was a company in the past that I was interviewing with. And the weird part for me was like, okay, we are signing a contract with you, a trial 3 months, then... No, it was something longer, half a year I think. Trial of half a year and then 3 years or whatever. Who cares? But basically what I found very weird was the fact that they're like, okay, so first 3 months you will be trained and it will be by external company. I'm like, what? That's weird. And we are paying for that and so on. But if you decide to quit before... I think it was 6 months, yeah. Before 6 months, you will have to pay us back. I'm like, you know what? I will pass. I'm not joining your company. So ridiculous, dude. Yeah, I don't see myself joining a company that is like, if you want to be trained, we'll pay for it. But if you decide to quit early, you will have to pay us back. Yeah, I don't join you at all. It's shady as heck. Anyway, maybe this could be my big break. Taking his business card wouldn't hurt, right? My hands hesitantly reach for the card that's handed to me, but just as my fingers brush against it, a familiar yet unfamiliar voice comes crashing down my hopes and dreams.
Out of my way!
The voice is filled with anger, love, and most importantly, vengeance, with an expression too much. In the blink of an eye, the man with a friendly smile gets shoved to the side rudely, and I'm met with my unwanted bounty hunter. She's in a different outfit now, a sharp-looking pinstripe suit that looks more expensive than the one I destroyed. Her sharp eyes alone are enough to stab me in the chest, and not in a romantic way either. For, who knows, maybe. For I'm sure she could if she smiled sweetly instead of giving me the stink eye. But there is no way I'm getting a smile out of her at any time soon.
You! Oh shit, not you again!
My body reacts immediately and I start to escape, but in a split second she latches onto my wrist tightly with no intention of letting go.
You owe me for my clothes!
This woman pulls me closer to make sure I don't run off again, and our faces are just a bit too close for comfort, but what's bothering me most is her strength. Her grip is surprisingly strong, her nails digging deep into my skin despite my long sleeves acting as a makeshift armor.
You're not getting away this time.
I try to shake her off, but to no avail. She's bent on keeping me here.
You totally ruined my clothes, but you made an absolute fool out of me. Just how are you going to make up for everything, huh? Look, I'm sorry for what happened earlier today, okay? I didn't mean to bump you like that. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was going, but it was an accident. That doesn't change the fact that you still made a mess of my clothes. Yeah, I know already, so can't you just wash them? No! What do you mean no? Just throw it in the laundry.
I've all of a sudden forgot about the man earlier, and I look to him for help, but the crazy woman shuts the plan down faster than I can call to him.
I'll talk to her.
The man meekly flinches and shies away, soon running off like a dog with its tail between its legs.
Wait, no! Come back!
I didn't even manage to get the business card yet. He could have been a legit scouter and I could have landed a gig. His figure soon becomes a mere dot as he runs into the distance, escaping the huge scene. Now I'm mad for this idiotic and childish argument happening between two grown-ass women. I mirror her enraged eyes and stand up straighter, asserting my dominance.
You just made me miss potentially a huge opportunity. And you made me late to an important meeting for a potential huge opportunity because you spilled coffee on me. Now pay up for my damaged clothes. God, okay, fine. If I pay up, will you freaking leave me alone?
I totally changed her voice now, whatever. Just then, her scary face softens up and forms a huge condescending smirk.
Hey. Oh, so you want to pay up?
My teeth and fists clench, knowing I probably can't even pay for a quarter of that fee, but I just want nothing to do with her ever again.
Weird.
I gulp in anticipation, wishing I didn't ask her in retrospect, like how I wish I didn't bump into her in the first place. Oh, it can't be that bad, right? Right? Oh my god. What kind of clothes did you buy? This is like a ridiculous amount of money. Browser will take a while to open. Browser will be closed. I'll check this faster on the phone, I guess. 760,000 yen. Not 7,000. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I can switch it right here. I'm sorry, what? Are you serious? Why would you pay such an amount for clothes? I converted in Polish. I knew it was a ridiculous amount of money, but it is a ridiculous amount of money. You could get a car with that, easily. A decent car, to be fair. What the hell?
What?
My eyes open as wide as the Marian Trench. I couldn't believe my ears. 760,000 yen?
Who is that rich girl? The Sam Brownie jacket was 300,000 and the Alejandro McKing purse was 250. Com Phil shirt 60,000. Bottega Benita skirt 100,000 and the Jimmy Komodo sweat heels 50,000, which you managed to spill your coffee all over.
Wait. 300, 550, 650, 760. I totally had to check. Almost faint from hearing the price tag of each article of clothing.
You're joking, right?
You're telling me she was wearing designer brands from head to toe? There is absolutely no way I can afford paying her back all that. I barely even have enough money to pay rent, and now I have to pay 760,000 for someone else. I'm screwed. At this point, I can't even fight back. I shouldn't.
I don't have that kind of money. At least not now.
Or ever. I don't even have a job anymore. How am I going to fork up that amount of money? I've been living paycheck to paycheck. I don't even have enough in my savings.
Then how are you going to pay for all the damage?
I know it was a huge accident, but if she can afford to buy all of that, she can buy it again, can she? What's the point in putting someone poorer than you to pay for your shit? Let's ask all the politicians.
I don't know. All I know is that I don't have that money right now. Either give me some time or you figure something else out.
In one last desperate attempt to get out of this mess, I try to wriggle out her grasp thinking I can run away, but it's no use. I'm trapped. Maybe crying and getting pity points might make her more willing to give me a lighter sentence. Besides, I actually do want to cry right now. Quite a lot. I prepare to bring out the crocodile tears, but her phone starts to ring.
Mikawa Aoi speaking.
Mikawa Aoi, huh? Even the way she answers her phone sounds like a stuck-up rich kid's way of answering. Whatever that means. Unfortunately, I can't hear what the person on the other line is saying, but it sounds like some fishy is up, not gonna lie.
I told you not to go in. Oh, shut up! Why don't you do it for me then, since you're already there? Shh! I just don't have the time. Alright, I'll find someone.
Oh, drama. The rich girl aggressively hangs up and stares at the floor with furrowed brows, looking distressed as if the sidewalk did something bad to her. Her hand is still holding onto my arm, but with a lighter grip. Thinking this can be my chance to escape once and for all, I take a step backwards, but her eyes dart toward me, suddenly freezing me in place again. I stare back at her with a nervous expression and expect her to resume yelling at me again, but her eyes widen like she's reached an epiphany. She pulls me closer again with a somewhat evil-looking smile and speaks in a stern but calmer manner.
Hey, you don't have the money, right? Fine. You can pay me back in another way.
Uh-oh.
Pay her back in another way? What could it be? With my body? She's hot, but I don't want to bug her.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, you don't know that yet. Anyway, in what way can a random bum like me pay her back without using money? What if she's the daughter of a well-known fashion designer and they just so happen to be in search of a model because the one they called in went AWOL and now she's asked me to model for something? Oh my god, I can pay her back without breaking a sweat if that's the case.
Be my...
My face lights up, not knowing that I may have imagined too much.
Maid! Model! Hey? Hey? It's the perfect plan.
She points a finger at me with a smile I never thought she could show.
Hey. You're going to be my maid until you pay off what you owe me.
My hopes and dreams have been shattered yet once again.
What are you talking about? Well, I need a maid to clean and cook for me because I can't do either of those. All because I'm too busy with work.
If there was an award for the most unamused and deadpan face, I'd win.
So you're telling me to do the volunteer work as your maid? It's technically not volunteer work. You're earning money, but the money goes back to repaying your debt.
She's gone bonkers. What sane person want to agree with that?
How long do I have to be your maid for? I'm not gonna live my whole life as a housemaid, right? My dream is to be a model, not a maid.
What a coincidence, that's the title of the game.
Then pay up, easy as that.
That sly smirk of hers appears again, knowing she's right, and honestly, she's just mocking me at this point. I hate this pompous, spoiled, spoon-fed bitch so much. Actually, you don't know that. She might have made it her, by her own strengths, knowledge, wisdom. Anyway. I wonder where in Japan we are, by the way, because this is clearly Japan background. My teeth grind in anger, especially because I have nothing to argue with. I feel so pathetic. It feels as if accepting the offer is the only way out, and it's so frustrating. Cooking and cleaning. I mean, I'm pretty decent at both, but...
How long do you expect me to work for? I'm not planning on being your maid for my entire life, you know that, right?
Let's see. Minimum wage is around 1,000 yen. And let's say work a regular 8 hours per day. And that means 8,000 per day. Multiply that by roughly 30 days, you get 240 per month. Dude, now that I think about it, this is like the pay of a teacher as well in Japan. When you look at... No, I was not looking for a job in Japan, okay? I was just interested. Your total repay is 760, so a little more than 3 months. Or more specifically, 95 days. It takes me a while to get a grasp on the numbers flying over my head, but what she says seems to make sense. I think. Whatever, I'll calculate when I get home. But I start thinking more deeply about the whole job offer. Is it worth it? Would it just be better if I find a normal job and pay her back like a normal person would? Either do that or be her maid, clean and cook for her, and that's it. Wait, that doesn't sound too bad at all. I assume she's living alone, right? Then it should be quite easy, no? Her eyes are still staring intently at me with a determined look. Does she really think this is a good idea?
All I have to do is cook and clean. Is that correct?
Her expression remains the same even while answering.
Correct.
My eyes close, I breathe a deep breath, calming myself down and say triple think my answer. It's only 3 months, it might sound long, but I'm sure it will pass by in a blink of an eye. There is no going back.
Fine. I'll be your maid.
Good answer. The girl sinisterly flushed a smirk, but I managed to wipe it off in an instant.
Under one condition.
Hey? Her brow twitched in annoyance, clearly fed up with me as I'm with her. Her words come out in a low tone, accompanied with a slight growl to her voice.
You're in no position to give me any conditions. Give me a place to stay.
Without paying attention to her, I hand over my one condition if she wants me to accept the deal. Her confused look makes me want to smile, but I don the face of a businesswoman.
Place to stay. You already owe me money, and you have the audacity to ask me to pay for a place for you to stay. Not just any place. Your place. Let me stay at your place while I'm your maid.
Makes sense. Her eyes... And technically... I see where you're going with it. Technically, you are saying you will be there 24 hours, which makes it all faster. That's not what she means, but still. Her eyes squint at my proposal, clearly about to refuse it, but I'm not going to let her. If I play my cards right, I can save time and money if I get her to let me live with her. I prefer not to have a roommate, but I'd rather have that than stress over finding a new place. I wouldn't have to worry about the rent for the next 3 months. Woo! That is, if she takes my bait.
Think about it, Mikawa-san. If I get to live with you, I can clean and cook in a flash. There'll be no need for transit, so you won't have to wait for me to get to your house. What if there's traffic? Your dinner won't be ready in time. Your laundry won't be done. Now isn't that inconvenient?
If that doesn't convince her, I don't know what will.
I know no one likes roommates. Trust me, I don't either. But think about it. You'll be getting the most bang out of your back.
Her eyebrows furrow as she looks around, and I can almost hear the cogs turning her head. Only the sounds of passing vehicles and passersby surround us as she makes her decision. If she's a smart businesswoman, she has to take it. There is no reason not to. Once again, our eyes meet for what feels like a billionth time, and she slowly nods.
Okay, fine. But know just one thing. A maid is all you are while you're living with me. And don't you dare poke your nose into my business.
With my free hand, I hold it up like I'm surrendering to show that I'm not hostile.
No problem.
Hook, line, and sinker!
Yatta!
I don't have to worry about rushing to look for a place for the time being. She holds out phone towards me with a note-taking app open, ready for me to type.
Give me your current address and I'll have the movers come over the next 2 days. No, aren't we moving a bit too fast? You don't even know my name yet. Write your name down along with your address then.
Shh, she's no fun. My new master is still holding on my wrist, probably afraid I'd run away again, so I fill in that text skillfully with one hand. Technically, you could lie. I mean, she could write fake data, let's face it.
Now, can you let go of my wrist? It's hurting a lot.
The tight tension around my wrist is finally freed, but I think there might be a bruise by tomorrow. Her phone is now put away safely in her purse, and she looks at me with a small smirk.
Hey, see you soon, Tanaka-san.
And with that, she scatters away from me, disappearing into a parked car nearby. Car? What? Why was she on a metro station then? The black car drives away promptly, leaving me in the dust with only my shadow and I. After standing there like an idiot, I decide to pinch myself on the cheek to see if this is all just a dream or not. Ow. So I'm actually going to be a maid, starting from tomorrow. Cooking and cleaning. I'd like to think I'm a bit above average at both, considering I've been living myself for the past 6 years. But 6 years? You've been trying for 6 years to get into... Wow. But will it reach the expectations of a princess? Who knows? But it can be that hard, right? Right? I begin walking the station and mentally prepared to live a new life temporarily. It's gonna be a long 3 months. Probably. Who knows? Well, seems like this is a new day in the game, so we'll cut it right here, right now. The continuation will come tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed this episode of My Dream is to be a model, not a maid. I think, well, as per usual, we stamped onto a good game from Team ANPIM. And, well, we'll try to enjoy our life working as a maid. Anyway, consider liking the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're playing lots and lots of games. I would like to play lots more, but you know how it is. Hope you all have a wonderful day as well. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Bye bye.